Yeah, so I was named after March, if you've heard of her. I come from a family of month names. My dad's name is August, and when September rolls around, we're like, where'd he go? I'm looking for him. I'm putting up like missing signs everywhere, and people are like, just wait till August. I'm like, oh, you're right, okay. I'm actually missing my vibrator. So I got back from New Orleans last week, and I walk in, I'm looking for it, you know, because, it's missing. The only person that has keys to my house is my landlady, my ex-boyfriend, and the maintenance guys. And I'm an attractive woman, but who would steal a used vibrator? I don't get it. So I started a GoFundMe to raise money to get it back, and not a lot of donations yet, but a lot of dick pics. So I recently found out my ex is engaged. There's no punchline to that. The punchline is my sadness. It's my heart, and it hurts. That's the punchline. He's Hispanic, and the girl he's engaged to is also Hispanic, and their last names are pretty similar. And I don't know if you know about today's America after the presidential election, but that's called incest. They have two similar last names. That's how it is. My ex and I used to watch tiny home TV shows together because we wanted to be romantic and productive. Because we thought about moving into one together. And then he dumped me for a tiny home. She's got everything. She's kind of like an RV. She's got a microwave, a bathtub, a couch, hot pockets. He can live inside her and she won't push him out. And you know, as a tiny home / RV, recreationally, I can't compete with that. So I just let him go. I think that's kind of like bestiality, you know, in a way. But I think it's more like homeostasis. Homeostasis, if you don't know, I got no laughs. So if you don't know what homeostasis is, it's when you have like two interdependent elements that have like an equilibrium between each other. And I knew it was going to be over because I'm not interdependent, I'm an independent woman, so it was going to be over. I also lost my job. It's pretty cool. I was planning to lose it for 6 years, they just made it easier. It's a win-win for everybody. Yeah, losing my job and like getting, you know, dumped by boyfriends. My parents who've been married for like 50 years, they're like, what's wrong with you? They think I'm failing. I'm like, that's cool. I like it. I grew up with like straight A's, you know? And like I paid for everything all my life. I paid for my own clothes, my own college, my own car insurance, all that stuff. And my parents also, when I lived with them, they made me pay rent. And at 5 years old, that's really rough. That's so difficult. Especially when you're doing chores around the house and you're getting $2 a week, like a Hispanic person or something. But like, you know, at the end of the month, they're like, rent's due, and then they would take all the money from me. So my parents were landlords and the IRS. So I learned a lot. And now like, the IRS and I are like BFFs. I mean, we go to like movies together, we go get coffee together, we hang out, we go to each other's like, we go to funerals of people who owe the IRS still, you know, like we're really fun. I grew up like with straight A's. So, and just like a good kid, I still am a good kid. I'm 32 and I dress like I'm 5. So I'm still a good kid. I envy people with substance abuse issues. Like if you have one, like, can I be you? You know, like you have an eventful life. You have an amazing life. My aunt went to prison for substance abuse. So it was cool to see her go from like high school, just dabbling in weed, and then she kind of went to a little bit of cocaine. Then she got knocked up by 2 different guys, had 2 different kids while on meth, and they're retarded. And then she went into like LSD and then heroin, like really hard, and then they put her in prison. And then I actually visited her in prison a few months ago, and I walked up to like the window, and she has flowers, and I'm like, what are these flowers for? For me? Like, how'd you get them in there? And she's like, April, you grew up as a good kid. I just want to congratulate you. You've been by my side through all these drug issues, and I have a certificate here. You graduated DARE. And she like handed me a certificate. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're right. You are the DARE program, Auntie. And I'm like, thanks. And then I left, and I haven't seen her since. So yeah, like, don't put your kids in DARE. Just make sure an aunt is on drugs and they can learn. So thank you so much. I'm April Waltershed.